Jeff, Streets of Rage 4.
All right.
We're getting another trailer.
Oh, boy.
It's a new trailer for Streets of Rage 4. We're going to listen.
Hit that like button.
So when I first saw Streets of Rage 4 pop up, or I heard that they were doing Streets of Rage 4, one, I got excited because you know what? Streets of Rage is fucking fire.
Hey, it's a good time.
One of the greatest games of all time in Streets of Rage 1 and 2. 2 is obviously better than 1 for most people, myself included. So when 4 showed up, I was like, oh my God, have my children.
Let's watch it.
Especially since all the like pixel art stuff started coming back. Then I saw the graphics and I was like, but let's see what this one is. I believe the guy who did the original music for 2 came back to do this, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe I am. Jax from Mortal Kombat.
Big black dude.
With metal arms. Literally Jax from Mortal Kombat.
Play online with a friend.
A lot of the old enemies are showing up, the whip girls, you know, the big guys. You're seeing a lot of the classics.
Look at the mean walk.
That's a mean fucking walk.
Walk with him, big black guy. Play up to 4
4
players locally. For the first time ever.
Like, I both like the art style and not. I don't know. I'm like, I don't.
4. Streets of Rage 4.
What do you think? What do you think from what you saw?
I'm about to make another analogy, bro.
Oh, it doesn't involve a penis?
It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay. Hit me. What do you got?
You know, we got games like Streets of Rage.
We do.
We got games like that Mega Man game that we saw.
We do.
And other, like, classic games brought back in 2020. We've got a lot of these retro-feeling games coming out. And, you know how they make me feel?
How do they make you feel, Jeff?
They make me feel like I really feel like eating some McDonald's because it's my happy place.
It's your McHappy place.
It's my McHappy place. You know, just a Big Mac with some fries and a drink.
It's your McHappy place for the first hour.
And then I get my McHappy place and I bring it home. And my fries are cold.
Yeah. They were already cold when you first got them.
They were already cold when I first got them.
Yeah.
Fries are cold. The Big Mac is just not hitting it like I thought it was going to hit it. The Coke Zero's fine.
Hard to fuck that up.
It's hard to fuck. Then they do that sometimes.
They do.
They really
it's
do.
Hard.
It's like
Doesn't
watered
mean they
down.
can't.
It's like the end of the fucking syrup bag.
That's right.
That's pretty much how I feel about these retro games. Where, you know, in theory, it seems like a great time. You know, it puts a smile on my face to see it's happening.
Yeah.
And then I play it, and I realize that I never really wanted McDonald's in the first place. It was better off being a childhood thing that I had fond memories back then, and my taste buds weren't jaded. And I didn't have this level of, I don't want to say quality, but I've just, my taste has changed. And I thought I wanted this, but I really don't. I really don't. And even when I go back and play some of the old games, I realize that there was a time and place for them. Not all of them. Some of them is still a really good experience, and there are the odd game that does come out that they remake, and I'm like, oh, this is actually really nice. But I see things like that, and it reminds me of going to McDonald's. Cheap, empty carbs that just are not good for you.
Yeah.
That does nothing for me. It doesn't fill me.
No.
It's just, and I realize I'm not even enjoying it all that much. That's what
You get like the first few bites.
exactly, and you're
Are good.
and then
they're bites of regret for the rest of the entire experience.
exactly, and you realize you spent money on this,
Yeah. Yeah.
and now you're like, damn, I should probably finish it because I spent money.
Yeah. Here's my take. I don't disagree with you in general about these games that are like we're doing retro style stuff, which I don't have a big deal with because a lot of it's like an indie-ish studio doing it, so it makes sense for them to latch on to like simpler game styles from the retro eras at this point, you know, to do their thing. I feel like if you're gonna do a brawler like this in the year 2020, whether it's a small team or not, or like whatever you're doing, you need to really expand on what the fuck a brawler is.
Yeah,
And give me I need it to do two things if it's Streets of Rage. I need it to feel and look like Streets of Rage. I need it to sound like Streets of Rage almost more than anything else.
yeah,
And then I need it to play where there's some familiarity, but there's something new there that makes me want to go through it.
mm-hmm.
And I think for me, if I was making a brawler now, I'd be giving way more environmental interaction and not just picking a pipe off the ground and piping a motherfucker.
yeah,
But like, I'm holding the dude. There's a trash can there. Fuck, wham!
yeah,
Start beating their heads off of fucking like objects and shit, throwing them into dumpsters, you know, slamming things. Environmental interaction that's unique to levels and like character types. And it makes it a more unique experience, and more than just like throwing the same like 3-punch combinations.
I don't know how many times I saw that black guy grab two dudes and smash them
together.
It was so it was repetitive from
which
the
was
2
fine when Streets of Rage first came out, and you knew you only had like 4 moves you had to rely on.
Yeah,
But now we have the technology.
we have the technology.
We can do more than that, and I would want to see something like that, and that would get me excited about hopping back into a brawler in 2020, and. As much as it's not that I think that art style is badly done. I just don't see Streets of Rage when I look at that.
No, neither do
game.
I. Neither do I.
And there are some I follow a lot. There are some unimaginably fucking good people that do pixel art and pixel design now. Especially with where we're not restricted by hardware like we used to be. That it saddened me when I first saw trailers for this game and they weren't done in pixel art. Because we have such a capacity to make an incredible... I mean, Streets of Rage looked good back in the day anyway. It still looks good now.
Yeah.
But it could look even better now and still be that style, so it's still going to look and feel the part. And then you have the ability to expand the gameplay, and now a brawler makes sense. I think what you're describing is going to be exactly how this plays out for a lot of people.
Yeah.
They're going to go Streets of Rage, fuck yeah. Original audio guy, fuck yeah. Looks pretty good, hop in. Brawler, fuck yeah. First 2 levels get done, and then that's going to be it.
And then they die, and then they got to start again, and then they go, "This ain't it, bro."
It's like I thought, and just like the McDonald's, like I thought I wanted all of this, but as it turns out, I actually just wanted to have a bite.
Yeah, I just wanted the fries, but I got the Big Mac.
Yeah, and fries are cold.
And the cold, I should have ate them
warm.
on the car on the way home, but instead, I decided to wait and get comfortable because I thought this was going to be an event. But instead, it was just McDonald's, made by some 16-year-old who hates their job. And you can taste it.
Yes.
You can taste the hate.
This is the tag. That's like tagline for shitty Skittles. Instead of taste the rainbow,
Taste the hate.
Taste the hate.
You can just taste the disdain that somebody had making it.
Yeah, it's. I believe that everyone working on this game though loves Streets of Rage and is excited to make it, and it does show like the character modeling is good. It does resemble like Axel and like they're there, Adam, like they're there, and it's good. But it still doesn't read very Streets of Ragey to me.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we'll see. I will highly unlikely buy Streets of Rage 4. No matter how much I want that game to do well, I will highly unlikely buy it because it doesn't iterate at all.
No.
It doesn't show anything new.
No.
And if I want to play Streets of Rage,
I'm going to go play Streets
I'm going to just go back and play Streets of Rage. Because Streets of Rage 2,
good game.
way better than what that looks like right now.
Great game.